Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Now today's video I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts on Luton's defeat against Chelsea today. We lost 3-2 in the Premier League, and overall I'm not disappointed. You know, sometimes when we play against a bigger side, I've walked away being disappointed because I felt we could have got more. Today we potentially could have got more, but what I'm noticing is this team is giving it their all. Even when it was, you know, dead and buried 3-0 down, they still kept fighting and managed to get 2 goals back, which I will talk later on in this video how important those goals were. But overall, I'm proud. You know, it wasn't an awful performance. I thought we did extremely well at times. I thought we gave Chelsea a really good game of football. We didn't make it easy for them. And at the end of it, it was individual errors that cost us a little bit. And also not being brave enough in certain parts of the game, I felt. I felt Chelsea, if we was a little bit more brave, we could have taken them on a little bit more. But defensively, I thought they were good up until the point when they started conceding. I thought during that period of time, they were quite good defensively, Chelsea. And you have to credit that. And that's where their quality comes in, with the likes of Thiago Silva at the back. But if we go to the starting 11 that played, I was shocked that there wasn't more changes to the team because of lots of games that have happened over the Christmas period. Kapore coming back in. Kapore, unfortunately, his error did cost us the goal. You know, I think 9 out of 10, he does clear it properly. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it fell to the wrong player at the wrong time, and, you know, who's on banging form in Cole Palmer, and it was a fantastic finish from him. So, yeah, that goal should have never have happened. Defensively, we should have done massively better there. There wasn't too much pressure, but yeah, we didn't do it. The second goal, which Chelsea scored, for me, I haven't seen it back, but what I don't like is just what Amari Bell's doing. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. I'm not Amari Bell's biggest fan. I never have been. And I do think he's cost us quite a lot of goals this season, which is why I believe we need a centre-half with a bit of quality to come in. Maybe a left-sided centre-half would be a crucial point. But with what he was doing in the defensive side of things, the Chelsea player, it was a fantastic finish for the second goal. But they both were in a static position, and the Chelsea player had time to think what he wanted to do. I felt Amari Bell should have put a lot more pressure on him. Don't get me wrong, it was a fantastic finish, and to score from that position off the pitch, it has to be a good finish. So he's had time to think of what he's going to do, and I just felt Amari Bell just didn't defend well enough, and I felt he could have done a lot better there. Maybe I'm being too harsh, I'm not too sure. I've only seen it back from live, so I haven't watched anything back. So from what I've seen, I felt Amari Bell should have done a bit better there. But then overall in the first half, I thought we troubled Chelsea's defensive backline. We put lots of crosses into the box. We were very dangerous at times, and our set pieces, maybe we could have been a little bit more dangerous. I know that's quite weird to say that because Alfie Doherty did set one up in the second half, but we had quite a lot of set pieces today, and I felt maybe Ross Barkley should have switched with him a few times and just take it in turns, or someone else, because some of the crosses which we put in the box today were either straight at the keeper or well defended. Maybe I'm not giving Chelsea enough credit with that on how they defended, but I felt we could have been a little bit more dangerous at times. But in the first half, look, we caused them problems, but because of the 2 mistakes which we did in the first half from our own doing, letting those 2 goals go in, we make it a really difficult task for the second half. And as expected, at half-time, you have to make those substitutions because, look, you're 2-0 down at home. You've got to do something, and Ogbeni and Chong came on. I thought Chong was better out of the 2. Chong was having a lot of joy because he wasn't just staying out wide. He was obviously coming into the middle and also running through the middle into the gaps which Chelsea were leaving in behind. And I felt at times Chelsea couldn't contain him. Of course, there were times when Chong lost the ball. But look, attacking players, they're not going to beat a player every single time. Only the best beat a player every single time. So an attacking player has got 2 choices. He's either going to try and take you on, or he can be more reserved. I'd rather we be a lot more braver and take players on. And if we are going to do that, 1 or 2 things are going to happen. We're either going to beat a player and create something, or we're going to lose the ball. That's what attacking players do. They have to take risks and they have to be brave. and that's what's going to happen. We have to understand where we are and what type of players we've got at the club as well. So those types of players are going to lose the ball if they're trying to take a player on. I'd rather they do that because they're being brave. And I felt more than enough he was beating his player. He was more than enough, he was doing it quite frequently throughout that second half. And I felt he had a massive impact when he came on. I felt Ogbeni, he struggled a little bit. He wasn't quite the same. I felt maybe the Chelsea defender just done a really good job on him, and I'm not giving him enough credit, but I felt Ogbeni found it quite difficult, but he was still lively in himself, and he still caused some sort of threat with his pace. Thought Morris had an impact when he came on as well, and I did think the Woodrow sub towards the end was a bit pointless, especially in the added time section of the game. If he was going to come on, he should have came on about 5 minutes sooner rather than when he did. That's the only criticism which I've got from Rob Edwards there. But overall, I thought the subs had an impact in the game in itself. But if you talk about our goals, it was a shame that the offside goal, what it was, Alfie Doherty was the one offside, not Elijah Adebayo. Elijah scoring again, which is fantastic, being in the box, being deadly. Morris causing an impact, Ross Barkley scoring against his former club. Where would we be without Ross Barkley? I thought he was absolutely fantastic. It's quite mad how good of a footballer he is, and I have to say he's probably the best footballer I've ever seen in a Luton shirt in my lifetime. I have to be honest there. He is just simply unreal, unbelievable player, and I really hope he doesn't get injured, because if he does get injured, I think we're going to have a few problems, because he is a massive key player for us if we are going to stay up in the Premier League this season. And yeah, it was a fantastic header from him, which was good. And I thought overall we tried. I think we hit the bar twice. You can't fault the effort. And when you're 3-0 down, and I don't know how the third goal happened, because I think it was a quick free kick or something like that, and Cole Palmer was through. I don't know if he rounded the keeper and scored. Literally, I haven't seen it back. From my perspective, it looked like he had a one-on-one chance. Kaminsky saved it. It bounced off him, and then he sat our player to the floor, and then he had a nice tap in. That's how it looked from my angle. I could be completely wrong, but that's how it looked from where I was sat. At 3-0 down, you have two choices. You either go for it or you concede more. And I felt we went for it, and I felt we had to. You know, when you're down there, goal difference is going to matter. Instead of it being 3-0, it's 3-2. So it's only -1. Technically, we lost 1-0 in goal difference terms, which isn't bad if you think of it like that. It's better than 3-0. And when you've got other teams around us also losing football matches, also conceding goals, we want to be the better one out of the lot. So goal difference does matter, and it also shows you the fight, the commitment, the togetherness which the squad all have. They gave it their all. You can't fault it. I stood at the end and applauded them, because I thought they did try. They are trying really hard, and they're giving it a good go. I just think we're just 1 or 2 players away from being able to stay up this season, and I hope in the January transfer window we are able to achieve that. I said at the start of the season, if we can go to the January transfer window being in touch and distance from the other teams that are above us, then we've done more than enough. And now it's time for the board, the recruitment team, to get it right, bring in those players in that can help us strengthen and try and keep us up in the Premier League this season. I think the board should risk some money, because I don't think we're too far away from it. I really don't. I honestly think we're 1 or 2 players away. Look how well we did against Chelsea today. I think if you had those 2 players, 1 or 2 players in now, I think we beat Chelsea today. I really do, because look at the amount of money they've spent, and that's what they produced. Not good enough, really. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'd be really disappointed. Okay, they won. Yeah, it's great, but that's how you performed throughout the whole 90 minutes. I wouldn't say that's good enough at all, and they are nowhere near competing with the other teams in the division. 100% not. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of the video. I will be making more videos about the January transfer window coming up, and about our next game against Bolton in the FA Cup. It's exciting times at the moment, and I hope we make the right decisions, because January is a very important month for us. But if you did enjoy my video, please drop a like, comment below your thoughts as well, and I'll see you all in the next video.